Today, family, I wanted to give a full breakdown on this fragrance from TERENZI. It's called GUMIN. Now, I'm going to show it to you. I could be butchering this name. I mean, it's a weird name, you know. I don't speak all languages. But I want you to see. This is the fragrance. Now, this is a interesting concoction. And I'm going to really break down the notes for you guys. I'll give you the end result that I feel the fragrance is. It's definitely interesting. Tons of notes. I would say it's not a normal fragrance per se. This fragrance is not normal, but the outcome is really good. So let's get into the opening notes, right? You got a mandarin orange here, which is sweet, fruity, citrus with hints of neroli. You also have an orange note. So you got mandarin orange and orange. You got an orange note. It's fresh, juicy, sweet, and a bit powdery. Remember, powdery. Let me just keep going. Just pay mind to the orange notes of top, sweet, fruity, citrus, neroli, powdery. We also got pineapple in here. So pineapple is going to be sweet, sharp, and tart in this fragrance. It has a bergamot. Now, this bergamot has a fresh subtitle scent with florals, herbs, and resinous undertones. So this bergamot isn't a normal bergamot. And the reason why I feel like this bergamot goes this way, because the top starts to develop this bite when this and this powdery notes in the mix of all these citruses. So in the top, you're gonna get, and the bergamot, to me, it goes this way. See, it's fresh because of the citruses, of subtitle scent with a floral, herbal, and resinous undertones. Because you're gonna get more floral, it's gonna get a little herbal, and then you're gonna get the resinoids, like just a nice smooth undertone, like it says. And you get that in the top. So then in the mids, this is where it gets bugged out. So you got oceanic notes. So this is very aquatic at the same time, right? It just threw you a handful of citruses. Now it's throwing you this, you're in the sea somewhere. So in this composition, the ozonic notes are airy, aquatic, fresh, metallic, and it is effervescence and slightly sharp aroma that leans on the clean side. Okay. Yeah. It does carry that in the fragrance, where you're going to get this breeze of fresh air just coming through the citruses. And it is definitely on the clean side. You're going to get a clean, metallic, aquatic. And the freshes are going to also come with the bergamot. That's why I had the bergamot. It has a fresh subtitle scent. So it's building to this, you know, these fragrances, when they get made, these notes all topple on each other perfectly. Then it has amber in it. Now the amber in here is rich, spicy, and a powdery feel. I get like this amber gives you hints of vanilla as well. I feel like vanilla starts coming in the oceanic notes with the powdery. And then, check this out. So it has violet. And violet in here, it's powdery and romantic. That's why I was saying before in the prior videos that it's something, you know, really nice about this fragrance. It has some sex appeal. Okay, that's the first sheet. Now, this has jasmine in it. Now, the jasmine in here is sweet, musky, and sultry. Yeah, see, because of all these powdery, citrusy notes, you know, you don't really smell the jasmine because you're going to see that it's going to be a few sweet, musky, and sultry things coming up after. You have a rose in here, which is sweet, fresh, and slightly spicy, with undertones of green, fruity, and powdery notes. Again, at the top, we got fruit notes. Then powders start mixing in. Correct, guys? You got sweet, fresh, like you do in the other top notes. It is just really blending in nice. The rose and jasmine, I would say, play a back seat in this composition. It's backing up other notes. It's the best way I can explain it. Now, in the base notes, you have musk. So the musk in here is powdery, soft, somewhat sweet, woodsy, and earthy aromas, and earthy aroma impressions. So it's powdery, it's soft, it's a little bit sweet, and it has this earthy undertone, right, of impressions. So as you see, the powdery still coming in this fragrance, correct? It also has sandalwood. Now the sandalwood in here is pretty straightforward. Sandalwood is floral and citrus fragrance. Sandalwood imbues softness to the white florals like orange blossom, jasmine, and it's rich, earthy, uplifting, and smooth. Now, take this for what I'm saying. The sandalwood in here doesn't play a usual sandalwood. What it does is it's going to uplift the jasmine that is in the fragrance on the base in the mid notes. And then you have two different type of oranges in here. Now in this fragrance it says orange blossom, but I am pretty sure that's probably why they hit it with those two different oranges, because it's not really a sandalwood smell in here. The sandalwood in here uplifts all these other notes. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes the jasmine more sweeter, musky, and sultry, because you got the sandalwood backing it up. That's why you're going to keep getting this orange, because, orange. Yeah, well, orange, because the orange blossom is still coming. It helps amp up these notes. And there's two type of oranges in this composition. So it's a real alluring, citrusy, powdery fragrance, but I'm not done yet. It's got birch, and the birch in here has a variety of scents that can be used in fragrances, including woodsy, smoky, sweet, earthy. Birch can also create different olfactory accords, such as fresh, floral, deep, and sweet. Now, what the birch does here, the birch extremely blesses all the other notes in here that are fresh, floral, deep, smoky, woody, sweet, earthy, birch, and fresh, right? Floral, deep, and sweet. I said it all already. So the birch is literally helping every other note in here stay on its course, right? The citrus to hold with the sandalwood, the birch holds the other sweet accords, the other fresh accords, the floral accords. And then you have an agarwood oud in this fragrance. It's a deep, luxurious aroma that speaks volumes of warm wood, smoky resins, and an interrogating mix. I think I misspelled this. An intriguing mix of sweetness and spice. So again, this agarwood is helping with the sweetnesses and the spices in this fragrance. Because what I can say to you is that the oud, the birch and sandalwood and musk help propel the notes on the mid and the top, that you get this orange freshness blends in with the oceanic notes. You get sweetness. You get some undertones of like a little bit of earthiness, and you get this nice placement of a oud fragrance. Like, you don't smell oud, but you know there's something there holding the fragrance very well. Now, if this sounds good to you guys, you know, and what I would say is, also, I didn't, you know, I want to finish here. The performance, I got over 8 hours. Like, honestly, you know, I would spray it on my arm, wake up the next day, and I could still smell it. You know, it's definitely prominent. It's there. I'm gonna just say over 8 hours, but I would say, you know, just to, if I wanted to extend it 8 to 10 hours, these are straight to parfums. I find something, sorry guys, I find something very sexy about this fragrance, masculine, alluring, and you know, if this sounds good to you, I always say sample. Hold on guys, sorry, hold on. I'm back. Had a burp, I don't want to burp on camera. I would just say sample, because it's going to have citruses, oceanic notes, powdery. You get this undertone of a oud, but it's non-animalic. It's nothing like that. It's actually, like I said, the sandalwood and birch really help the other notes. And even this agarwood, man, it tells you it's a mix of sweetness and spice. And in this composition, there's sweet and spice. So, you know, this is my assumption. Oh my God. Assumption of what this fragrance all broke down to, guys. What would I rate this fragrance? If I had to rate it for you guys, I'll give it a 9. I haven't had a chance to put it like to work or to see what people are gonna say, but I would say I would give this a 9 out of 10. It has the longevity, 8 to 10 hours. It has good projection. I'm not gonna say it's a beast mode fragrance at all, but it does last. So if you're looking for something that lasts, it's not in everybody's face, and it is appealing. And for having a bunch of florals, you know, the top notes stay in this fragrance because it's a lot of supporting cast in the bottom notes. So you get a well-balanced fragrance of a citrusy, oceanic, like sort of, and it has like this edge to it. So I wouldn't say it's a vacation type because there's an oud in here, but it just gives it that little bit of charisma. And this is my assessment. There you go. That's what I wanted to say before. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is my assessment of the fragrance from TERENZI. Whatever that says, GUMIN. I think that's what it says. Now listen, family. You know how we do here. We praise to the Most High. We stay fly. Health is wealth. Man Cologne channel. And I'm out of here. Peace.